Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Everyday Waffles. This is a very special edition. Let's see, it's Friday the 25th, and making a cup of coffee. And I've got a wonderful dog friend visiting. Guys, this is Salem. I am so happy to have Salem here. We've had a wonderful, fun night. His mommies are out playing in the Capitol Hill area with their friends, actually a relative, and I've gotten to have a wonderful dog friend over all night. So today, I finally got the courage to do what we're calling the monkey waffle. So this is something I've been wanting to do, but since I have a dog friend here, it's going to be a lot easier because this is kind of a painful story for me. And it's very much a part of the everyday waffle story. So I had this awesome, wonderful stuffed animal friend named Monkey. And when I was in surgeries, something happened. And so he accidentally got thrown away. So I woke up. Here I am in the ICU after my third surgery. And there's no stuffed animal when I woke up. And it was pretty hardcore for me. So once I started eating again, I came up with a recipe, the monkey waffle. I do my best thinking in the kitchen, which was, when you take all the food away from you and now you can eat again, it's like processing emotions in the kitchen. Um, it's tough, I mean, there's times I just sit here and I just stare, and I'm like, wow, I can eat again. But the other part of it says, you know, I don't know, it's mixed emotions. So anyway, I wrote down the recipe for the monkey waffle, and I was making this recipe, and of course, sobbing my eyes out. So it's 1 cup flour and 4 tears. Teaspoon salt, tablespoon baking powder, half teaspoon baking soda, and more tears. Um, the whole recipe um, just kind of goes through just a little bit of the things, that just like adding in a little bit of water because how powerful is water. Um, adding in some coffee because I love my coffee. It's not a waffle that we're gonna be eating today. It's gonna be a waffle that I'm finally making, and it's been sitting here in my freezer this whole time. So it's monkey waffle, truth, not love. It's hard to say truth, not love. It really is. I might get a little emotional. Reason being is, it was hard as fuck going through this and losing your stuffed animal best friend. I mean, come on now. If I'm plugging the waffle iron. If you don't understand having a wonderful stuffed animal as a best friend to talk to, go out and get yourself a stuffed animal, sit at home and just pour your heart out. Instead of having it up here in your head where you're thinking about it, like, no, just talk it out. That's what I did. Here I am with Monkey, just holding on to my little monkey, just like, this day sucks, Monkey. It was something I could do just to get the thoughts out of my head and process it with my little stuffed animal. Ever since he's been gone, I've just been processing it on my own. And so, yeah, of course, there's stuffed animals all over the house, but he was a special one. So I'm finally ready, with the help of Salem, I'm finally ready to do this. I've been wondering when I was going to be able to have the emotional strength to make the monkey waffle. And today's the day. And I'm really happy to do this, because I've got somebody here who understands. Not all humans understand, or I don't know. They may understand. I don't know. You really don't know what's in anybody else's brain. You really don't. I mean, you could have somebody you're talking to and you have no fucking clue what's in their brain. I mean, they could just be telling you to screw off the whole time with a smile. You don't know. Or they could just be just telling you how much they love you and have a scowl on their face. and you think, oh, are they upset with me? No, they just happen to have a scowl on their face, or resting bitch face or something like that. Who knows? But anyway, today I know this one is nothing but love. So, while we've been having ourselves like a fun animal love fest, where we've just been really enjoying each other's company for the night, you know, I get to be an Airbnb for the most wonderful dog in the entire world. I mean, come on now. I mean, so now we have the strength to do the monkey waffle. All the dry ingredients had been prepared in my freezer for quite some time. So, yes, I am petting a dog while I cook today. But this is not a waffle to be eaten. This is a waffle to be made. This is a moment for me. And I've been waiting for this moment. And now it's right. It feels good. It's time. It's not moving forward. It's finishing the processing of cooking home with these emotions. The wonderful, wonderful team at the UPS store here in Capitol Hill. They are right above the QFC, Broadway, and Pike. They laminated this for me. I mean, it's just how beautiful. And I highly recommend, if you need anything of your UPS services, it's one of the last places where you just really just walk in. You're like, I am in a family business. It's just that's what it feels like every time I go in. It just feels like I'm in a family business, and it feels good. Totally feels good. So we've got all the dry ingredients for the monkey waffle. The last thing is to put in the wet. So I'm gonna be putting in almond milk, some eggs from plant, olive oil, and then I'll be greasing up with the imperial butter. So I just love telling you guys that this is vegan. Kind of fucking hilarious. I mean, all of my vegan friends like, no way. Google. I mean, that's how I come up with most of this stuff. Except for this waffle, I just literally sat here in the kitchen. It took me about 3 hours to emotionally get through this waffle. It's just like every ingredient was just a different thought for me, a different part of my process. Thinking about the different grains, thinking about what I was putting in here. There's so much love and, yes, several tears. Because when you're processing everything while you're cooking, they just sometimes just drop in. And so now we have a little bit of dog hair in them too. You know what? You guys are not eating it. You can just watch and enjoy as I process some emotions and share it with you guys. Because I'm not afraid to show you my emotions. We talk about a lot of things on this show. And, I'm excited that we're talking about bees now. It's a new chapter. Everything went straight to fuck on a lot of things. But now, I'm doing things that I never thought I would be doing at this point in my life. But it's a brand new fucking world. It just really is. And there's so many changes around here in this. We just don't know what's going on. And that's okay. Because it has to be. And what other choices do we have? We got to roll with it. That was just the same way with, monkey dying. And I do feel like, my stuffed animal died. It was just such a loss for me. It's just. I hope a lot of you can relate to what it feels like to lose a stuffed animal friend, especially in a time of surgery, especially in a time of, you're losing your esophagus, you're losing a big part of your body. They're telling you you're never going to eat again, and then you have to perform a fucking miracle and come back to full health. It's like even the scars are not even there hardly anymore. I was showing the girls last night. I was like, they're like, no fucking way. I'm like, I know. Can you believe? You can't even tell that I was cut open 4 times from top to bottom. And I'm really happy about that. So this waffle, as far as liquid ingredients goes, we're just gonna be playing around with it just for a little bit because you know I decided just to kind of just put the wet ingredients in. I'm not going by the recipe on these ingredients on the wet. Just forming it into a waffle. And I don't know. To me, this is this is with the two of us here together. It's just feels right. It really does. It just feels right. I took Salem out for a walk this morning. The sun is bright. It was so funny. Salem woke me up at 5 o'clock this morning. I'm like, oh damn it! We just didn't get to bed till 2, but we had fun. We went to the dog park and then went for a little walk and ah, yes, I love being a doggy Airbnb right now. Okay, so we got milk in there. Not for sure the quite measurements. Started off with a cup and then we just added to it. Like I said, this one's made to be make the waffle, not necessarily eat the waffle. And today is also clean the waffle iron day. So now we get to add in the recipe. Hey, some dog hair. And you know what? If you're going to judge me on this one, this is not the right show for you to be watching. Oh, because if you can't process your emotions, then why in the world are you watching somebody cook from home? I mean, it's a different experience, You're in my house for lunch, for dinner, and right now you're in my house for breakfast. And after I get the waffle iron clean, I'm gonna make one heck of a batch of waffles for my friends after I get everything ready. And it's just a nice, also way of saying thank you for the gift of letting me borrow your beautiful dog for the night. What a great thing to be able to do. Okay, waffles ready. A chapter of my life is closing. New chapters are opening. And, you know, having Salem right here just like laying down, sleeping by the oven right now, such a comforting, warm feeling for me. It just really is. I just want to share this moment with you. I don't want to go through it alone. Really don't. So here we are, about to end a chapter. And I'm excited. There's so many new beginnings. This new bee adventure. I'm really, I mean, I get to be, working with young people. That energy, that everything that they bring to the table, that fresh new look of life. How beautiful, right? I mean, I need this right now. I need this fresh new outlook on life. There's so much going on. It's just kind of like a restart for the whole fucking world. I mean, whether you watch the news or not, I know you can feel what's going on. I mean, here we are. It's just, April 25th. We got a ways to go. I mean, I'm 52 and I'm going to be here a long time. If I can survive them taking out the esophagus, then taking out part of the stomach, then doing another surgery to put it all together. So you have all these surgeries that are kind of like not normally meant to all like be done in different sections. So yeah, as I told my friends, I wanted to perform a miracle for them and for me. Part of me was ready to go. I won't lie. Part of me is just exhausted. But the other part of me is so happy I'm here. So, these moments, getting to have this, learning how to eat again and be happy with it, learning how to process emotions through cooking again. It's a nice thing. And being able to share it with those of you that are watching. It feels really good. It just really does. It's just there's this plate that I'm gonna use this morning. I'm kind of excited about it. It's one that my should have pulled out 4 hand. It's one that my older brother made when we were kids. He's not with us anymore. Yeah, his death was a hard death for me to go through, but it is what it is. So here we go. The monkey waffle is finally being made. It really feels like the last final painful moment of the whole surgery process is over. It hasn't even been a year since they reattached me, or 2 years since the original surgery. It'll be it's coming up here soon, in June. It just still feels wild just to have this new adventure. And I will say one thing on this new adventure: if humanity does me wrong, I'm gonna fucking tell you about it. I mean, these are my. Have I ever showed you my warnings? Which way should I turn? That's fine. So this is my warning symbols right here. So we've got oxidation, explosive, and hazardous for yourself. So yeah, I know I can be irritating. I know I can kind of explode sometimes, and hanging out with me is too much fun. I mean, that's why I put my chemical warning signs right there. There's this wonderful woman, Genevieve. She was like, she sent me a joke, and she's like, God, if every man came with his warning signs on his neck, where you just see him, I'm like, wait a minute, I think I want to do this. Yeah, so there we go. The other one I'm going to be getting is another tattoo, but I'll tell you guys about that on a different day. So here we are, closing out a chapter as we begin a new one. And how fitting it is to do it with Salem. I mean, yeah, there's a big part of me that wants to get my own dog, but it's not time yet. It's not time yet. Oh my goodness, it's so early. I'm closing one of my activity rings. Haha. Yeah, we went for quite the walk this morning. Because I had to think about, do I want to do this waffle or not? Am I ready for it emotionally? Am I ready for this to be out of the freezer? Am I ready to stop seeing it every time I open the freezer, wondering, am I ready to process this final emotion? It feels good to have the recipe here that I wrote out. And it feels good that it's laminated, and you can also still see the tears. It's just some things some things are best processed in the kitchen. So, green light. Let's see how our monkey waffle turned out. I am sure it's going to look good, but we're not going to be eating this one. But my goodness. The smell coming from this waffle. If you've ever wanted to know what heartache looks like on a plate, what pain looks like in a waffle, this is it. This is the part of the waffle philosophy. I mean, my wonderful neighbor, she was explaining something to me, and I was trying to deal with some of these painful moments. She's like, Brian, just think of it as the waffle. Just here's your problem. Then you break it up into 4 pieces. You have these little squares that you work on, and you figure the whole process out. It's really worked out as part of my waffle philosophy. Like I do my stretches before the episode. I make my nutritional food, and this time I made my emotional food. And then I'll be doing my stretches afterwards. And damn it, I've sworn I'm going to just get better at working out every day. It's just time. It's just, I don't know. I guess there's some hurdles that you just go through, and you're just like, it's just, anyway. Instead of getting all sappy, This is what tears look like in a waffle. I hope you guys have a beautiful, beautiful Friday. The world's going through a lot of changes. We all are. And I love each and every one of you.